Good evening, everybody. I hope you can hear me and see me. I'll be keeping a close eye. If you see my eyes twitching, it's not because I've got a nervous twitch. It's because I'm looking at the comments on the side of the screen just to make sure everybody can see and hear me. Anyway, great to be here. As many of you know, this is my first ever live hosting a live. Been on many as a guest, but the shoe is on the different foot. And to to help me all the way through that rocky road tonight is Mr. Well, let's say he needs no introduction, but I'm going to give him one anyway. And then I might even introduce him after that. Oh, God, I'm off on one already. Here we go. He's wild. He's bad. Of course, it's Mr. Richy Vida. Are you there?
Is it on?
Yeah, I think so.
Is it working?
Yeah.
Hey!
Yeah. Let's see if any comments are coming up on the site. Oh, yes. Yeah, the comments are coming in already. So I think we're obviously live on air, Rich. How you doing? It's been a while, man.
It has been a while. When was the last time we spoke? Well, the last time we saw each other?
ABR.
Was it ABR?
Yeah, ABR. Like, have you been to Ireland this year? No.
No, and I've missed it. I've really missed it. I adore Ireland. I really do. And
I know you do. Yeah. Can you remember that time? Here we go. We're off on one already. Can you remember that? I think it was the last time then maybe that you came over. Was it? I was supposed to come down and I shied off. I was going to stay in Martin's house with you, and I shied off.
Yes,
rain. It was torrential up here. And wasn't it on that trip, Graham thought he'd stumbled across a murder or a dead body or something? Like in the Wicklow Mountains or something, wasn't it?
Mate, we shouldn't really be laughing. I mean, would you like me to tell that story very quickly?
Go on. Yeah.
So, I mean, it was horrible. Genuinely, it was horrible. You'll have to let me know if I'm speaking too loud or anything. I can tweak mics or whatever.
Loud and clear here, buddy.
So we were arriving. So myself, Martin, and should have been you, but obviously the weather was terrible, so you couldn't make it.
Yeah.
As it turned out, the weather were great that weekend. It was a really great weekend of weather.
Yeah, we have a sort of different climate up here in County Cavan. There are 365 lakes, by the way, in County Cavan. And that's for a very good reason.
Wow.
Anyway,
so I'm halfway to Martin's. We just dropped, well, not halfway at all, actually. Just dropped through the Wicklow Mountains. And I'm sat by myself. I'm making my own way there. Graham's making his own way there. And completely, randomly, I'm sat at these traffic lights. Graham pulls up at the side of me. And we're both going, hey, I can't believe you just bumped into each other, And he said, mate, I need to, just follow me. It was a bit of a flap. Thinking, that's not like Graham. He might actually be popping in tonight. I don't know. But anyway, so I followed him. He says, we need to get to the police station. And I'm thinking, I don't think he's joking. Anyway, I pulled up behind him. I said, what's happened? He said, and he was shaking. He was a bit nervous. He said, I think I've just seen something really bad. I'm like, what? So I'm coming through the Wicklows. Can't have been far behind me, to be honest. And he says, I am almost certain I saw this car in front were being really weird. And he says, I'm almost certain that I saw them throw a dead child naked into the back of the car. And then, obviously his adrenaline's going mad. He's in a panic, then trying to ring the police off his phone as he's riding, but also panicking. There was blood all down the back of the car. He could see it. It was a bit of a rough car. Thinking, oh my God. This, you can imagine your heart going 10 to the dozen.
Absolutely.
And then, so he's following, trying to get, it on camera and use his phone to try and film it. So he could get the car and the registration and everything. And then there's a bloody traffic jam up front. So then Graham's like, and then the people in the car saw him filming, then saw him panic, and then he shut off. So they shut off, tried to follow him to see what the hell's going off. So Graham's really panicking. So I caught him not long after that in a full-on panic. He said, I'm pretty sure I've just witnessed, either a murder or the child looked dead. But I don't know if it was a murder or anyway.
Yeah.
So we went to the police station.
Your adrenaline's pumping even telling me this story.
Mate,
I can't imagine what it must have been like at the time.
It was horrible. So like I say, we'd not arrived there yet. It was horrible. So I'm stood there thinking, oh my God, are we going to be in the middle of something like horrible here?
Did you
So
have the
he's in with the
cameras
police,
running on everything? Yeah.
in with the police for yeah, oh yeah, I had all cameras running.
Yeah.
In with the police for I don't know, a good half an hour, giving his story, and then it's in the hands of the police. So we then both made our way to Martin's. We arrived at Martin's, went to the pub, and Graham still, obviously he's given the police his phone number, so they're ringing him. And he's like, just 1 second, lads. I need to just go out and have a word with the police again. So he's coming back out. Anyway, came back in and he said, the police have just told me that they've arrested someone. And we're like, it were like, like, I don't know, a real heavy feel in your stomach that this is looking like it's real.
Yeah.
And they said to him, we've opened a murder investigation. And he said, yeah, the police are coming to get me, basically. I can't have any more to drink. The police are coming to get me. They're taking me back to the scene at the bottom of the Wicklow's to point it out. We're now obviously on the West Coast, County Clare. So he's like, we're thinking he's not going to be back for meal tonight.
Yeah. And all the time you're thinking this is going to make a great YouTube video.
Well, it was one of those where I'm thinking, well, I will film everything.
Yeah.
But whether I use it or not is a different story.
Of course.
If this ends up being a really, truly horrific, horrible story, then obviously I won't be telling anybody. Yeah. And then, so me and Martin are sitting, not seeing each other for ages. We're sitting in this restaurant, having a few beers and meals there. And we're both like, not really talking. And you could feel the gravity of it, and
yeah.
It was just like, oh God, this is horrible. And Graham, he's ringing us. Yeah, we've seen we've been to the space now. We've seen exactly where it was. We're on our way back. So like, mate, oh Jesus Christ, mate. Anyway, he gets back, and it's looking like it's exactly what he thinks it is. And then now he's shown them the scene of the crime. They then take the guy that they've got to the scene of the crime. The guy's laughing, and he's like, it's a massive misunderstanding. Well, why is it a misunderstanding? Almost like, freeze, man. He said it was a deer. He said the driver said, I hit a deer. I panicked, so I put it in the back of the car, which is what he saw. So that's where you can see the blood down the back of the boot.
Yeah.
And then he says, I panicked. So a bit further down the road, I took the deer out and chucked it in the bush. I'll take you to the deer. So he took them to the deer, confirmed it was just a whole, cock up.
Yeah.
And then Graham's like, well, I didn't have my glasses on and he can't see anything without his glasses. But how he described it, it was like, I don't know, it was like it was male. It was 5 to 7 year old. And he just had like shorts on.
And he
so
was
called
by
the end of the night, by the end of the night, we're going, you told us he had shorts on.
So, yeah, where did the shorts come from? The deer with the shorts. Yeah. Oh, that is and I'd say you never took the piss at all out of him after that, did you?
Oh, mate. Well, when I delivered that to YouTube on my channel, I told the story really somber up until the punchline. Obviously, you can imagine everyone watching going, what?
I know. Yeah.
Oh my God! But yeah, that's only Graham. But yes, that was the trip that you should have joined us on. And
yeah. Jeepers, yeah. Well, I'll be sure to be there for the next time. Very expensive mistake, that though. Hitting a deer, very expensive. Boom, boom. Anyway, thanks very much, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in tonight. That was the first 1 hour of the show. We'll see you again sometime.
I did actually say, would you like me to tell a really short version of it?
Do you know what? Somebody sent me a message today and said, I feel sorry for Rich. Will he be actually able to get a word in edgeways? I think it's going to be the other way around tonight.
Anyway,
I'm
looking forward to having a laugh with you.
That is some story, that, mate. Unbelievable. I have to say, I've got studio envy. Is this your new studio, first of all? And is this the desk where you stand at?
It is. I'm in a sitting position at the moment. And when I first saw it, I thought it was a bit of a gimmick, but I use it all the time. During the daytime, when I'm editing in the daytime, I'm stood up, fully stood up. In the night time, like now, I have it low. It's up and down all the time. It's brilliant.
Not for me, mate. If I could find a desk which I could work at lying down, that's the one for me. So now
Yeah, I
I'm
know what
looking
you
at
mean.
your
The thing is that
microphone setup.
you spend a
I'm
lot of
looking at,
time here, though, don't you?
I know what you mean, yeah. And does it actually help when you're editing? It keeps you fresh when you're stood up and all that.
Honestly, it's totally different. I thought I'd hate it. It's totally different. It does keep you more like, I don't know. It's weird. Well, we're not made
Yeah,
to sit down, are we, for lengths of time?
I
But
don't
I
know.
never get backache
I
or
don't
anything
know.
like that. I also bought one of those wobble. I bought one of those wobble stools.
Oh, I.
So it's not like again, it's not a comfortable stool, so you can't sit into it.
Yeah, yeah,
You've got to be you're balancing it pretty much the whole time. So yeah, there's
yeah,
sometimes
yeah,
when I've missed the really big comfy chair that I had, but
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, we're
Well,
getting there. This is new office and it's
I'm
getting there.
looking at the microphone setup, and what camera are you
Oh,
using there, Rich?
the camera, I've got the Osmo Pocket.
Pocket 3,
Yeah,
same as
yeah,
what I'm using. That absolutely bloody amazing. But
they
more
are.
importantly, I can spot with my very keen eye. There's a fantastic
Ooh.
looking bit of kit underneath your microphone there on the desk. What is that now? That the no underneath the black thing on the desk?
You mean
That
this?
one. Yeah, what is that?
That, my friend.
You see how I'm attracted to that because it's Irish.
Nitro Surge. I thought if I'm speaking to you over in Ireland, and I truly miss Ireland, I'm so gutted that I didn't make it this year. I thought
Yeah,
I'd have a Guinness. So I've brought myself a Nitro Surge. I don't know if
yeah,
anyone's familiar with the old Nitro Surge version of it.
yeah.
So that's what I'm going to do. What about yourself, Dave? What are you drinking?
Well, I'm afraid I'm gonna flip that right over on its ass. I'm teetotal.
What?
Yeah, for the last 3 months, mate. Yeah, in fact, 12 weeks this weekend.
Wow.
Yeah. I just got to the stage in my life, Rich, where I thought it's about time I left some alcohol for everybody else to enjoy. So
Yeah, well, I know you like I know you like a drink like myself, but
yeah,
I
yeah.
can pretty much
Well,
leave it as well. But have you
well,
just
you see, you've just hit the nail on the head there. You said
yeah,
something about leaving it. It was
okay,
that was my problem, you see. So,
right,
so I'm an all or nothing kind of guy. So
yeah,
I'm afraid it's nothing from now on for me.
wow,
Yeah,
mate,
yeah,
I'm
three
proud of
months.
you.
But listen, I'm flying, absolutely flying, and loving
And
it. So it'll be
how much
interesting at
better do
the
you feel?
ABR fest. I've lost a stone in weight.
Does not surprise me at all.
My wife says I look like a rejected member of Westlife. And and on top of that, I've got a few more quid in my pocket, which is why I bought the CRF. So
Yeah, well, there you
yeah,
go.
yeah. Oh, actually, talking of which, can I address the elephant in the room first of all? Talking about my Africa single, the CRF. A little birdie told me you're getting rid of your Africa twin. Oh, Keith, what?
Yeah, I know,
I
mate.
I
So
never thought I'd see the day. By the
listen,
way, just in case you're wondering what this potion is, concoction, it's some sort of effervescent vitamin C thing. I've been a bit poorly over the last few days,
have you?
so
This is good medicine. I will. I'm going
well,
to do
well,
my Guinness while
well. At
you.
least
Let
I've
me
got a
just
pint glass. Sláinte you.
wait. One sec. It takes me obviously, as you know, it takes a while, doesn't it? So I'll give you an
Yeah,
empty one there. Look,
actually,
but
7 minutes for the perfect pint.
7 minutes.
Yeah, 7 minutes for
So
the perfect pint.
nitro is primed and ready.
I've never had one of them.
Let me. Did I press the button? Yeah, I did.
Yeah, it's pouring. That looks good, you know.
Well, you watch how good it is. You never used a nitro, did you say?
No. Well, obviously over here you can
Yeah,
get
you
the
don't
real
need it.
thing. Yeah, that looks bloody good. I'm looking at some of the comments coming in here. Evening
Yeah.
all, evening all, evening all. Yeah, great to see you all here. We'll try and address some of these
I'll let that first pour. I'll let
in a
that
moment.
first pour settle a bit.
Well, now is a good time to tell us about the Africa
Keith.
twin. Oh,
Yeah.
Keith,
Okay.
why is he
Well,
going?
well, as you know, I'm an Africa twin man through and through.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
adore, always have from the first time I sat on one.
yeah,
I've obviously just been and done the Honda Adventure Roads trip, which blew
yeah.
my socks off. It was just,
Amazing series of
could
videos.
not have been any further up my street without knocking on my front door. It was just perfect.
Yeah,
And I've done what I've done on Keith and the big lad, the Africa twin before it.
yeah,
All the Morocco, the off-roading, fully loaded, and all that kind of stuff. And
yeah,
he's never let me down. He's just an amazing bike. So, and I just thought, moving on, of course I can sell him if I wanted to. I'm not in any rush to sell him or anything like that. But I just thought, how cool would it be to be able to hand it to someone before Christmas?
Is that what you're doing?
I'm raffling it.
I didn't know that.
£7.50. You can own Keith.
What?
I've been sat on it. I've been sat on it for months, thinking, shall I, shan't I? Do I want to? Do I not want to? And then I just thought, you know what? Yeah,
but for £7.50,
feels
it's
right.
a no-brainer, really. But I suppose for whoever wins it, they're not just buying an Africa Twin; they're buying the history, the charted history of that bike, what that bike has done, the places it's been, and I mean that Morocco trip was that's enough to sell the bike on its own. That looks.
Oh, you can't see it. You can't see it.
Just lift it a bit higher. That looks bloody good, Even an Irishman would be proud of that.
Out of a can, hey?
That's not bad at all. And do you have to keep it at the right temperature and all?
Well, ideally, yeah, you want it to be as cold as possible, don't you? But just give me a second. I don't like mess, and I've overspilt the glass a little bit, so I'm just going to give it a little wipe. See, I've made a mess of the edge of it. That's not good, is it?
This could be the.
Tell you what, I'm going to leave that there.
This could be the Christmas advert for Guinness. What should you bought this? You just need a bit of Christmas music over it.
There you go. We soon sort a bit of Christmas music, can't we, between us? We've been known to make a Christmas single or two, haven't we, me and you, Dave?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, fucking hell. So
now I can have a drink. Cheers, my friend Slancher.
Yeah, cheers, buddy. Yeah, Slancher. So yeah, well, I suppose the question on everybody's lips is, what you're going to replace it with? He's taking his time answering that, folks. Did you see that? A little wipe of the lips whilst he formulates the idea.
I will say at this stage, it hasn't been replaced.
Right.
But there's only going to be one bike to replace it.
The GS, the 1300 GSA, isn't it? I know it is. Of course, you'll be getting another one.
You'll have to excuse my Sunday evening clothes, by the way. No, it's going to be another Africa Twin.
Yeah. The one with the 19-inch front wheel.
No. Standard. Okay. Pretty much the one that I did Honda Adventure Roads on.
So are you doing are you doing this whole exercise just because you've clocked up a few miles on Keith? Is that it?
What do you mean, getting rid?
Yeah.
No. To be fair, when I did the first Morocco trip, you were brand new, so that was the first trip he'd done, and I got I think I did 5,000 miles on that trip.
All right.
Including the infamous ride all the way from home to southern Spain in one hit. Did you ever see that?
I did. Yeah, I watched it. Yeah, I thought you were mad doing that.
34 hours.
I know. And you didn't sleep.
1,700 miles.
Yeah, you didn't sleep. Jeepers, yeah, that was unbelievable. That I felt.
Don't get me wrong. I absolutely loved it. Loved doing it.
I know.
It was an amazing achievement, but it was an amazing memory, and I'll never ever do that again, ever. But I'm so pleased that I did. And it was only because I was so focused. Going back to the boozing thing and the dieting thing. At the time, I think I'd been in the, as you know, I do the OMAD thing. So I do the 1 meal a day.
Are you still on that, are you?
Yes. I'm not as strict as I was.
Yeah.
But as a rule, I don't eat anything until tea time.
Can you remember? Can you remember? Not last year, but the year before, on my way to the ABR, I was speaking to you or Gaz or something on the way there to find out where you were to pitch the tent next year.
I don't remember this. This is a great story, folks.
I was so excited. You see,
Gary.
And on my way there, I was like, it shows you, it must have been 2 years ago. So I was saying, get the beers ready. Or we're not drinking at the moment. We're on OMAD. And I was thinking, oh God, is that some new sort of super strength weed or something? They're gonna they're gonna have all the joints made and everything for the lads when we get there, And then I was very sorely disappointed to find out that OMAD meant 1 meal a day.
Yeah, so you turned up to both me and Gaz like this.
Yeah. Oh, I was so excited, and I just thought this would be brilliant to start the whole trip off with a little toot.
So because of that, what happened? An hour or two after that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was messy.
Well, I remember setting the tents up,
Yeah.
and Gaz were. I think the tents were set up when you arrived. Were they?
Yeah. There were. I was the last
Yeah,
one there. Yeah.
yeah. So I remember Gaz handing round the beers,
Yeah.
and I'm like, okay, it's lunchtime. We're on holiday. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
And then I think it must have been you were definitely there when this happened. So this must have been, I don't know, 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And
I
then
normally don't get. Yeah. Yeah.
Gaz
Exactly.
started handing round the bourbon. I'm like, I said, Gaz, no, mate, we can't get on that yet. He's like, oh, it's fine, come on. And
Yeah.
oh man, I remember walking over. You'll remember as well, walking over to the arena for the first time,
I do. I remember.
and Gaz didn't even know his own name.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
So we arrived at that marquee.
Yeah.
Sat down, and Gaz just sat down on the bench and just went, and that was him. That was him done for the rest of the
that
night.
was him finished.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
didn't quite make the first day. he was pipped at the post, or he was pissed at the post. Yeah.
So going back to that, the run that I did down to southern Spain. So I think, well, I know the reason it worked so easily. So I was in full flow with the OMAD thing. So
yeah,
I were not boozing at all. And I just, never needed any food. I never got tired because I just full of energy, completely full of energy.
yeah.
So not needing to stop for the toilet every 2 minutes, not needing to stop for a snack, not needing, and I just focused on, when I planned it, I focused on, so left home at something like 9 o'clock in the morning, got to the tunnel in Folkestone for, well, I can't remember what time, 3 hours later, let's say. And then I think it was something like, with the time difference, about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, when I was in Calais, ready to hit the road. So I'm like, right then, sleeves rolled up, let's go for it. And I was completely focused. I'd set my sat nav to be basically the first tick would be the Spanish border.
Yeah.
So if I can get all France done in the night, no problem. Then I'll have a, refresher when I get down to Bilbao or wherever, and then from there punch straight down to Algeciras. And because of that, it was, in fact, there's one bit on that video. I mean, you could tell that I was knackered, and I watched it the other day actually, just to like, did I actually do that kind of thing, and there was a bit on the video where I'm halfway down through Spain, I think just south of Salamanca, and I said something like, I've only got 360 miles to go. Easy. So I'd already done what I'd done, and think I've only got 360 to go. It felt like, I'll be there in half an hour, no problem.
Yeah, when Bruce does that thing, Bruce does that thing, I think, every year, doesn't he? Where he sort of rides the circumference of the UK,
right?
Or is it Land's End to John O'Groats or something like that? He does something like that with no sleep. He just goes all the way through. Like what you did, I think, was even longer. Well, it was longer, because I think Bruce does it in 24 hours. So you did it in 36 hours with no sleep.
Yeah. It was bizarre, and I remember again.
You won't be doing it again.
Definitely not doing it again. No way. It was weird, because even then, so when I arrived at the hotel in Algeciras, had an evening meal, crashed in bed, done. But I was still up at the crack of dawn, like fresh and raring to go. And I just, I mean, it took me a good few days of really heavy sleeping at night to get back to normal. But what a special trip.
Yeah,
that was a very special trip.
Yeah.
Have you had the pleasure of Morocco yet?
Not on a bike. I went there filming. This is what soured me towards Morocco. I went there filming a TV show for a fortnight, and I had chronic food poisoning, and I was I was in bed for 5 days. And do you know what did it? And I'm sorry if you're eating your dinner at home, folks. It was cat piss. It was cat piss on the food I was eating, and I knew.
What?
Because well, there are cats. The cat is sacred. Mohammed loves cats in Morocco. There are cats everywhere in Morocco. Beautiful country. Photographer, cameraman's dream.
Absolute dream, yeah.
Absolute dream, yeah. But I'm not a cat person, and I clocked this as soon as we got there, and I knew what I was. I just knew what it was, and I went violently ill for 5 days. So
Oh,
you know,
mate.
do you know when something like that happens to you? It turns you
Yeah,
off. Now, I've got to give
it,
it another go. I mean, looking at videos like yours and other people
you've
who've
got to give it another go,
give it
and
another go. I'd love
you
to, you know.
yeah,
I think I'll take my own sandwiches from Ireland and wrap them
yeah.
in tin foil and my bag of Tato crisps. I won't be eating if that's any of that stuff over there.
I
And do you
think
know
like
what?
I
If I
always
saw another bloody tagine, I think I would have exploded. Like,
yeah, you do. Yeah, you do see loads of tagines.
you can
The first
overdo
few
the tagines, like.
the first few days, it's like this is amazing, but
I
then by
know,
the
yeah.
end of it, it's like, oh, is it tagine again? Is it? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But I
But
always
you are
say,
speaking to a man. I was in India back in 2018 on another job for 3 weeks. The day I came home, I went straight to my local curry house and ordered an Indian
did
because
you?
the curries in India were nowhere near as good as a Western curry. I thought, you know, I mean, obviously,
That's
Western curries made them as they are. I didn't.
bizarre, but that's
Yeah,
brilliant.
yeah, I didn't really get the food in India at all, so I couldn't wait to get home for a curry.
Yeah. Mm. Ah,
Come
brilliant.
here.
That's bizarre.
I'm aware of the time. So first of all, before I start asking you a few questions here, Rich, it's great to see you, man. It really is.
It's lovely to see it. I've
And it's
missed
a
you, mate. I've
shame,
missed you.
yeah, and it's a shame we only do it online, but we'll have to get Ireland sorted. But so
Yeah.
great to see everybody here. Martin from Ventura is here. Great to see you. Stephen Wynn asking for Black Friday deals. Is there any deals? Mossy is here. My old pal Dylan, Cavan Honda rider. Actually, there's the thing. Zach Perry is there. Guess who he is related to? That's my youngest son, so he's watching. Sharpie76, Mark Talbot. That's somebody I met at the Birmingham NEC yesterday. Nice to see you again. Met you yesterday at the NEC, which segues lovely into what I want to talk about. First of all, Rich, so I took a little day trip yesterday to the NEC. Are you going, by the way, this year or not?
I don't know if I've got time. I've got so much on.
No, fair enough.
So I'll be gutted if I don't get a chance, but at the moment it's looking like I don't think I'll get a chance.
Well, I went over to see, I'm sure it's no secret, everybody knows I'm a GS lover. I went over to see the new 450 GS after it's been touted for the last year anyway. There it was on the display stand. And I have to say...
Stop. So when I saw the press pictures...
Yeah.
So everyone knows I'm not a GS man.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
But that 450 to me looks fantastic. So are you going to spoil what's up here, or?
Well, I didn't ride it.
Be honest.
I didn't ride it, and I actually the precursor to what I'm about to tell you is I'm probably the worst judge in the world. I love a big bike, 1300 GSA, you know, so I'm the worst judge in the world because any bike after riding the GSA is going to look tiny. So I went to see it, and it looks a lot smaller. Weirdly, it looks a lot smaller than it does in the press pictures.
Right.
I think the seat height is still 850 to 870 millimeters, but it's very narrow. Now, I know it's designed that way. It's to hit that sort of, dual sport market, as well as being able to take you on a motorway and actually getting you to the off-road segments. I think it's a beautiful little niche in the market that BMW have got into, and I'm sure it rides fantastic. And as I think about all GSs and GSAs, I think they look fantastic as well. It's just too small and too skinny for me. And the problem was on the display stand, they had it next to the F900 GS.
Okay, yeah.
Which I think is a work of art. I think it's a stunning looking bike. The only thing I don't like about the F900 is that it doesn't have the boxer engine. Of course, the 450 doesn't as well. But I was fully expecting to go over there yesterday and come back and put my name on the waiting list for next year. I'm loving the CRF 300 so much. But as well as loving the bike, I'm loving the whole thing with the dual sporting and being off-road, and I'm coming on leaps and bounds. as a rider as a result of it, actually a meteoric improvement in my off-road riding,
Brilliant.
thanks to the CRF. And I just thought the next natural progression would be, because the 300 still is a little bit underpowered, not so much on the road where I live, but certainly motorway riding. This is me trying to justify in my head that I need
the bigger one.
450.
Yeah.
But after being there yesterday, I was pleased to say I came back thinking, I'm not so sure I need that at all, because I love the CRF so much. I like now what the bike does have going for it is the price tag. Like it's coming in at $7,000.
Is it?
$7,000. Yeah.
Wow.
Now that's or 6,800 is the base model. I think.
And what's the CRF 300?
I don't know. In England, I think it's 5,600 for the CRF 300. So $7,000 for the BMW 450 twin. I think they've priced that incredible. That's another thing I want to talk about in a minute. But I think BMW have nailed it at that price. I've just been on the before I went live with yourself there. I was on the BMW Motorrad configurator. Trying to configure one over here in Ireland. Now, the prices aren't up here, but even in Ireland, for the rally version as well now, with that, the ERC, the centrifugal clutch. Are you getting feedback there, by the way? Because I can hear feedback coming through.
No, sounds perfect here.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually quite impressed how well it sounds.
All right, okay. Yeah. Well, for the rally version, the sort of top of the range version, it's still going to come in around €10,000 in Ireland.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic. That's what I was going to say, actually. I think, with Honda doing the Hornet, I'll come on to their other bike, by the way, with Honda bringing out that Hornet last year, don't you think, or it's looking like, especially with BMW doing this 450 at that price, it's looking like eventually the dealers are starting to take note of the Chinese companies coming through, and a little bit of me is thinking, they're worried here. So
they have to be, Dave.
Yeah.
I don't know if have you had much to do with the Chinese yet?
I tried to buy the 300. What is it? Is it the Cove 300? I tried to buy one of them. Maybe I've got one of them anyway. So I was on a waiting list for one last year. And then it fell through because of it was coming through into Ireland within the same dealer now.
Oh, lost you.
Chinese bikes fell through because of what happened with the dealer network. So that's why I then went for the CRF. But I've never ridden one, never owned a Chinese bike.
Do you know, I've ridden a few now, and I think the big boys do have to start listening, because.
Well, I think they are. Though.
The Vosges DS800 X Rally.
Yeah.
Is brilliant.
It's beautiful. Yeah.
Mate. It rides so well. It handles so well. It looks fantastic. It's absolutely loaded with everything. And I think it's like $7,500. Something like $7,500, $8,000 tops. But it's brilliant. Like I would have one tomorrow. It's not. I'm not saying it's good because it's cheap, or it's good because it's Chinese or anything like that. It's good because it's, take the name off it, take any background off it. It's just a bloody great bike. As is the 625. So I had the 625 Vosges after it. That's another great bike. Handles great. They're just fantastic. And
anything you don't like, anything which makes them feel cheap, and there you go. That's why I wouldn't buy one. Anything which makes them like that.
None of that at all. None of that at all.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
None of that at all. It was just in its own right a bloody good bike.
I think the whole thing, Rich, is longevity. People want to follow somebody, maybe it's a YouTuber who's owned one for 5 years.
Yes, before taking the plunge themselves.
Yeah,
I've had a few questions like that myself. People saying, well, it might be good now, but we don't know what's going to happen down the road, do we? In fact, I'm hoping to take the 800 again soon, just on a bit of just a camping weekend or something where I can just get up to mischief on it and put it through its paces and just see. So we'll see. But I think that's a great bike, actually. Great.
So what have you got in the garage at the minute?
I actually took the Vosges 625 back on Tuesday,
Right.
and I collected. Check this out. I think my video's just gone out at 8 o'clock actually tonight. I've collected a cruiser, LF700, world's first inline 4 cruiser from a brand called Bender. Oops. See, I've touched my table. I pressed the button.
I just saw something go erect when you said Bender.
Yeah, Bender. Yeah.
See, I saw them yesterday at the NEC. Fabulous looking bikes. This is really weird that you're talking about this, because I took loads of photographs of them. In fact, my video comes out next Saturday of what I saw yesterday walking around the NEC. And I love the look of those Bender bikes, but seriously, would you? Would they not allow? I mean, what did you do this afternoon? Oh, I rode a Bender. Did you?
Yeah.
you wouldn't get a ride
Bender. Yeah. Of course. In fact, I said that on my video tonight. Let's full on crack on with innuendo bingo on this video.
Yeah.
Let's just get them all out in the open. The elephant in the room. Yes, it's called Bender. Yes, it's unfortunate, but it's a big company, and I think I'm right in saying MotoGP that are the main importer.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm correct with this, but they'd said something like, because of course, we're perhaps a little bit childish in this country with that kind of name. So they'd suggested to the company, for the UK market, can we call it abbreviate it like the BDA or the BND or something like that? And the company said, no, you either take it as it is or you don't take it at all. So I think we've just got to suck it up and enjoy the Bender.
Yeah. Well, I'll leave that one to you, buddy.
It looks phenomenal. Really does.
Oh, yeah, they look amazing. But back to what I was saying, it's great that the likes of Honda and certainly BMW with a 450, they certainly seem to be taking note. Actually, talking of Honda, that new bike, the CB1000 GT. Oh my God!
And
now it's fair to say that stole the show yesterday at the NEC.
Fantastic!
You couldn't get near it. What a stunning looking bike! Yeah, and they're coming in at something like 11 grand with panniers. Again, Honda are listening to the Chinese coming through.
Things have got to change. Things have got to change with all these prices, because when did it become normal for us to be looking at? When did it become normal for like 15, 20 grand for a bike?
Well, I'm going to tell you something.
That we're now saying, oh yeah, it's okay, it's 20 grand. It's not.
My first NEC show, was it 4 or 5 years ago? Was it pre-COVID? Anyway, around about that time, it was when Triumph released that Speed Triple RR, the one with the cowl on the front. Can you remember it?
Speed Triple RR.
I remember. Yeah, it had like a vintage fairing, sort of round fairing on the front. It was absolutely stunning looking, but it was 18 grand. This is only 4 or 5 years ago, and I was thinking, who on earth would pay 18 grand for a bike?
Yeah.
Now look, like
I know.
All the bikes are up there.
Yeah. But that's the thing. Prices need to definitely come back down. I see someone in the comment there has just put, the Covey 450 is a beast, Mark Talbot.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, absolutely.
I've got the DRZ 450 coming soon, Suzuki.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that.
Crazy price, man.
Yeah.
That's the one. That's the Suzuki one that sort of brought out to. So, well, I know it's much better in every way than the CRF 300, but they've sort of pipped it as a dual sport rather than a full, mud bike, if you like. But crazy price. They're up to like 9 grand, I think.
Is it?
Yeah, if you can get a 450 BS for around the same price, well, cheaper. I'd be interested to see what you think of that when you're riding it. I see Bruce is there in the comments, Teapot One, and he's saying aye. But all these great to hear from you, Bruce. How you doing, man?
Brucey.
Brucey. But all these Chinese bikes are cheap because the Chinese government is heavily subsidizing their manufacturer. Interesting point. They're doing this specifically to price out the competition and take over the market. Yeah, of course. Yeah. And it's not just motorbikes where they're exercising that practice as well. Now, the other thing, walking around NEC yesterday, there was nothing from Yamaha or Kawasaki, which took my
no stand, no present at all.
No, they had a stand. Yeah.
Oh, you mean nothing fresh?
Nothing new, nothing fresh.
Yeah.
There was something there from Norton, and I couldn't believe this. Right, they've got something there called a Manx RR. It looks like a concept bike, and the guy there assured me it's not. It's going to be production. It's an unbelievable, mental looking race bike.
Wow.
It's absolutely stunning. So that was good to see. Now, before we talk more motorbikes, now I know a lot of people are here to listen to whatever we have to chat about. I forgot to mention this at the beginning.
Nonsense.
Nonsense, utter nonsense and filth. Which is normally the case when we're together. Congratulations, man, on hitting 100,000 subscribers on your channel.
Thank you very much.
You know, Andy years ago said to me, never ever get caught up in the figures. But every once in a while, when I hit a sort of personal milestone in my journey, I look to see what everybody else is doing, you know?
Yeah.
And like the last time I checked before you hit your 100,000, I think you were on 50,000, and it seems like 2 months,
I've been
2 months ago. You've just taken a meteoric rise, have you?
I've been hanging at like 55 for.
You yourself
54,
always
55,
said how funny
ages.
it was that you just kept going on a steady incline. You never took a boost. What happened?
Honda Adventure Roads.
Oh, was that it?
Yeah, that's where it started growing.
Yeah.
It's just and again about the numbers, what you were just saying there. I tend not to, or I think I'm not interested in it. Yeah. And it's taken me a long time, man. In fact, I got a depressing email from YouTube the other day to say, "Oh, just to remind you that your channel is 19 years old today."
Wow,
19 years old.
I didn't think YouTube was.
I didn't. No, I didn't start, doing the Richy Vida thing properly until I think it was 2012.
You were doing music before that, weren't you?
Yeah, but even still, that's a long time, and then I think 19 years, and then you take yourself back 20 years. Yeah. You think what you were doing 20 years ago, and you're like, how on earth has that gone? And in all that time, my daughter's been born, all this kind of stuff, and so then you think most of your life is dedicated to doing this, to making these videos and doing these trips and hoping to have people follow you along the way and enjoy what you do. Because that's all it's about. It's passion at the end of the day, Of
course it is.
I adore it. I love every bit of it. The touring, the photography, the music. I love everything. I just love all of it. But
I always say
it's a lot of effort to put in.
Of course it is. And I always say the minute you start treating it like a full-time job is the day to pack in. For me, you have to love it,
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But again, it's just when the numbers go a bit wappy like that, that's jumped,
Yeah.
And it just kind of makes you think, obviously this series must have done really well because of that, but you just think, I don't know, it's unnerving really, and it's not been since getting the 100,000. It's been a bit, I don't know, weird. I find like I'm paying attention to the numbers when I really shouldn't be doing so. I should just be relaxing and just getting on with what I'm doing, but it's kind of made me draw more towards it, and I don't like it. I don't like that I'm doing that.
Interesting. You didn't hit 100,000 and think, all right, well that's it, I've done that now. Move on.
No. It's almost like starting again.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds weird, but it's like,
all right, okay,
there's lots of zeros there, so it's like 1, 2, 3. So
that's
mental. It's a weird thing. Yeah. It's definitely a weird thing. In fact, genuinely, this is a funny one to say, but because it's taken such a long time, I got gifted a bottle of Moët years ago at the end of one of my Wild Bad Weekenders.
Yeah.
As a celebration kind of thing and a thanks for everything, and I thought, I'm going to save that. And then I thought, if I get to the 100,000 one day, I'll pop that. So as it were looking like I was approaching it, I thought I'm gonna chill it. So I got it chilled. And I'm thinking, anyway, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. I think it's looking like it's going to happen tonight. Watched it tick over, and I'm like, yay, yay. And that was like, what, 2 months ago, and I've still got the bottle chilling in the fridge. So I've not felt like I don't know. I've not felt like there's a celebration in order yet. I don't know why. It's weird. I don't know. It's weird.
Do you know what, Rich? You're just never happy.
I know. What can I say? Too much of a perfectionist, mate.
I know what you're thinking. You're chasing the million now. You want the million next.
Yeah. Pounds,
come here,
yes.
Come here. I've got to tell you a funny story before we carry on, right? So I've just started this new TV series in Ireland, right? It's called Builders. And we shot it all last year. The idea is we follow 6 or 7 building contractors throughout the year, watching all of their sort of projects from the ground up. But it's mainly about the characters. It's absolutely brilliant. It's a hilarious watch. It's fabulous to work on, and we love it. And we've just started series 2. So we went over to Connemara, and you know Connemara well. Yeah,
love Connemara.
Yeah, I know you love that part of the world. So deepest, darkest Connemara 2 weeks ago, just as the autumn is fading, right? And now I'm talking barely a phone signal type of place, all right? So have I set the scene good enough for you, right?
Yes, so, I can see it. I'm with you. I'm with you.
We're so far west, we had to stay in a hotel the night before the shoot. So there's myself, the director, Evan, and the producer, Fiona. So we're staying in the hotel to go out to meet one of the new contractors the following morning, who we've never met before, but he's been cast for the show. And so we head over there. I think we get there for 8:30 in the morning. And we arrive in the car park, and the guy comes out of this huge, very plush-looking factory to introduce himself, right? And cuts straight through the director and the producer and looks straight at me, and he says,
"Oh, no.
Really, really good." So I was a little bit now I haven't got to the point yet, which is why I'm telling you this story. So I was a little bit flummoxed. It was very, very funny because this sort of stuff doesn't happen to me an awful lot when I'm out of context. It's normally with the biking gear on and the motorbike helmet, but there I am in my day job, you see. Anyway, very funny. He then said to me, "You're the second." I said, I don't know what I said, but he said, "Yeah, I've been following you for years. Watch all your YouTube videos." In fact, he said, "I bought the Lone Rider hard cases on the back of your recommendation, and there he is with his R1300 GSA, just like mine as well, you know." In fact, we filmed him within the couple of days that we were there on that trip. We filmed him riding his bike from the drone and all that sort of stuff.
Nice.
And I was saying to the director, I'm going to have to be careful that it doesn't look like one of my YouTube videos here. Anyway, thoroughly nice chap called Emmett. And then he said to me, "The second YouTuber I've met in as many months." I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "I was over at a bike thing in Wales, getting all the bikes, getting all the lights put on my bike." And he said,
what a nice guy.
And he said, "I met Richy Vida." I said, "You're not going to believe this, but but Richy and I are doing a live together." So I'm looking in the comments to see if he's there, but I can't see if he is there.
That's brilliant.
So
what a really nice guy.
He said to say hello. He thoroughly enjoyed chatting to you.
Top man.
Lovely guy. You know who I'm talking about, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah.
What a small world that is.
I know. Because I remember him saying then, like, "Yeah, I've got to get off shortly." I'm like, "Whereabouts are you going back to?" He says, "Back over to the West Coast." I'm like, "What?" It's like, we got a nice drive back, but really nice guy.
What a small world. So there
crazy.
you go. So
it's weird, you know, you're saying about the context thing.
Yeah.
That's really weird. In context, it's completely normal to say hello to people that recognize you, because it's kind of you kind of expect it. But out of context, it's a bit like, what? You're like, you could be in like your scruffy clothes or whatever. You're like, it's not. You don't know what to do with it. But I still love it though.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, come here. Back to the bike show just for a second. Sorry to be boring talking about motorbikes. I just had to tell you about this. So I went over to see the 450 GS, as I said, fully expecting to put my name on a waiting list.
Was that your That's what I'm going for.
That was my focus. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I came back. So I love Royal Enfields, as you know. I had a Continental GT. I just love the look of them. Love everything they sort of stand for. Bit of nostalgia, but brand new, so you don't have to be tinkering with the engine as well. So I and always a good price range as well. So I've always had a soft spot for a Royal Enfield. So I fancy the look of this new Himalayan 450, the Mana Black. I mean, let's face it, it's the same bloody bike, just with different color scheme and different stickers. You know,
different party frock on.
Yeah, exactly. Different dress. Yeah, exactly. So I sat on it yesterday, right? And the clutch lever reminded me like of an old shitty dessert spoon you'd have at school when you were eating your pudding. You know, it was absolutely shit. You'd find it rattling around. You'd find it rattling around.
Absolutely shit.
You'd find it rattling around in your utensil drawer. It's the spoon that everybody would leave. This was the fucking clutch lever on this.
Bloody
and I just thought I couldn't ever own one of these now as a result of this. And I got off the bike just as I'm sure the bike is fabulous. I got off the bike because I just couldn't cope with that. I'm a little bit like that, you know. So I got off the bike and left that, and then went and sat on the Bullet 650, the new Bullet 650, the black and gold one. And again, how many times can you put a dress on the same engine? But they've done it again with the Bullet 650. The Bullet 650.
Did it look good?
It's incredible. I love everything about it, even the wide foot pegs for the pillion and for the rider. I don't like the double seat, but sure, you can put a single one on. But everything just felt beautiful. The color scheme, I sat on the black and gold one there. The fleck in the color scheme, the hand painted stripes, it gave me, well, everybody watching this with a bike will know what I'm talking about. It gave me that feeling, which is enough to make you buy one. And I came back from the show thinking, I want one of them.
Yeah,
because I really regret selling the Continental GT. I regret selling a lot of bikes.
It's special when you can get that feeling.
Yeah, and that bike did it to me yesterday.
It's really special. And that's me and the Africa Twin. Honestly, I just feel like that is the perfect adventure bike for me. You know, aggression wise, handling wise, it looks beautiful. It's just an amazing bike. And again, as soon as I sit on one, it's like, it's like putting on an old glove. You know. Yeah. Perfect.
Don't talk about that, stretching those gloves on, because guess what I had done last week, Rich?
Did you?
Yeah. I told you I wasn't feeling very well.
What is it? Are we talking at a doctor's or a Thai massage parlor? Or
no, we're talking at a doctor's in Ireland, not in Amsterdam or anywhere like that. Oh yeah, wow. I had to go to the doctor's last week, and
before we joke any further, is everything okay? Yeah.
Everything is good. Everything is good. Thank you very much. Yeah, but I had to go to the doctors last week because I having a little. It's called diverticular disease or something. It's little pockets in your intestines. Food gets caught in it and becomes infected and flares up. So I'm on antibiotics, and that's the end of it. But as I was there, the doctor said, "Well, you know, when was the last time you had a prostate exam?" I said, "Never had one of them." I said, "Is that the?" Said, "Yeah." He said, "Yeah, that's the one."
Is it the?
Is it the? And he said, "Yeah, that's the one." I said, "Well, I've never had one of them." And he says, "Well, you know, at your age, really, you should be thinking about getting one, and you know, we could rule different things out if you would." I said, "I didn't come here. I didn't sign up for this today." He says, "Well, you're here now." He says, "Do you want me to do it?" I said, I don't know. I said, "Give us a look at your hands," right?
Give us a look at.
I said, I mean, that's the first thing I came out with. Give us a look at your hands. No, now when it was fine because he showed us his hands and he had hands like a young piano player, and I thought, all right, yeah, I mean, I'm in safe hands. Like, so the gloves went on and the lube, and I had to lie on the bed, and I like. Oh my God!
Is he actually telling this story, folks? Are we live, or is he just?
No. And this isn't a joke either, right? This is a true story. This happened to me last week. So I'm lying on the bed, trousers off, right, and I'm in the sort of fetal position. And he said, "Are you ready?" Fuck. ready for, and I was all braced and tight.
Yeah.
I could never be gay. I was all tense and and tight and everything like this. So everything was going tight. And he's there with the. Oh, I don't have to. I'm sorry if you're eating your dinner, right? So anyway,
He was there with the.
yeah. So the entrance happened, and I'm lying on the bed there, right? And he could tell I was very uncomfortable by the whole thing, right? So he says to me, he said, "Listen, Dave," he says, "if you're uncomfortable, make the noise of a farmyard animal." But he said, if it's all right and you like it, like say, maybe sing a song. So I'm lying on the bed there with his finger there, and I just went, Moon River. Now, I jest about that bit, of course, but no, I seriously had that done. I seriously.
Oh my God!
So, and I just thought that's where I'm at in life now, folks.
I'm never going to be able to hear Moon River ever again without thinking of you in that position.
Yeah. So I went in to get antibiotics, and I came out with me cherry popped. Anyway, all is good. So that is a good thing. So if you haven't had a prostate exam, folks, go and get it done. It really is painless. And it was only seconds, painless. And I can't tell you the feeling, because he was seriously thinking with the things I was telling him. He was thinking, well, we're going to have to rule out prostate cancer. So he went and investigated. It was a bloody good feeling walking out knowing that.
Yes.
He said everything is perfectly fine there.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how on earth did we get on talking about this?
Me putting on a glove.
Was talking about a finger up your hoop on a motorcycle channel. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, joking
but
aside,
it is an important thing.
Yeah.
It is an important thing. And then he said, no, it's not painful at all. He said, you have to get that done every year. And I said, well, as long as
I book him for it again next week?
Yeah. I said that was the best 5 seconds I've had in years.
Yeah, joking aside, it must have been a massive weight off your shoulders.
No, it
knowing
really
that everything's okay.
Yeah. So I'm on
we
the
are a bit crap.
antibiotics.
We are a bit crap at that, aren't we?
Do you know what? We're always pushing things aside. No, I'll be all right and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Come here. Let me ask you very quickly. Somebody sent me a message. I've got a load of questions for you, by the way, if we get round to it. Can I just say a few other shout outs to St. Albans Biker? Good evening. Exeter Rider. Steve is there.
Exeter Rider. Hands like Jeremy Beadle.
Yeah.
Can I have that one, please?
Somebody else from JLK saying any footage. And an old mate, and I'm saying an old mate, I've known this guy for years. He's got a fantastic YouTube channel. It's called VR Flight Sim Guy. He's called Steve as well. He rides an FJR 1300. That's how I met him 5 years ago, online. Never met him in person. He comes to Ireland as well to ride the bike. So great to see him here. Glenn,
that name rings a bell.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sure I've spoken to that guy several times.
Wildbag Gaz is here.
Is he?
So,
Where is he?
I hope he's not on the bourbon.
He won't be on the bourbon.
And I'm just scrolling up through a few more. Sure, we'll come back to the messages in a moment.
I wonder if Gaz caught the little story about ABR when he'd had the bourbon.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder if he did. Yeah. I hope it didn't embarrass him if he is there. Yeah. The other person I met yesterday at the ABR, Chopsy.
Oh, did you?
The NEC, not the
NEC,
ABR. Yeah, Chopsy. I've never seen him face to face, sort of thing. We've been commenting on each other's.
He's a lovely bloke.
Lovely man.
Yeah.
He has great skin.
Yeah,
have you
great
ever
hair,
noticed that
great
about
beard.
him? Great hair,
smile.
yeah, just a lovely guy all around. But as I was shooting the breeze and chatting with it, and I found this so funny because we've commented on each other's videos for years, sort of thing. You feel as though you know them, and he was the same with me. So rather than doing the "oh hi, how you doing" and sort of feeling each other out, we were straight into
mates.
it. Old mates, straight into it. It was a very funny scenario.
That's pretty much the same. That's pretty much the same for us too when we very first met.
It is. Yeah, no, it is.
It is just like we've been mates forever.
I remember that exactly. That. Can you remember that night when we met?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I
Comfortable
remember
as
that.
anything. Just yeah.
But yeah, as I was speaking to Topsy, I was thinking, God, he's got great skin, but I can't tell him that because I think I'm sort of batting for the same team, you know.
And then telling him your story that you just told us, and the world.
Exactly, and that I took one up the giga last week.
Yeah, Exeter ride it. I paid £50 for the same thing.
So
Tell us
somebody was
about it.
asking,
Tell us about it.
yeah, somebody was asking me earlier, what's the plans for your? Where is the question? And then I can read it out. I have a load of questions here. Yeah. Question from one of my Patreons, Trevor Neville. Is Rich any further down the line of planning USA 2.0 or any idea when it'll be happening again?
Planned, yeah, it's almost complete. I've
was
got the
it?
routes. I've got the routes, everything, yeah. But it's just doesn't feel right yet. I wanted it to be next year because next year is 10 years.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Something just doesn't feel right, and I don't know what it is. And I've always gone on that always. So if it feels right, I will jump both feet in straight away. So I'm hoping 27 for definite.
Yeah.
But again, it's planned, and whenever I do dip into the plans, you know, street viewing and tweaking, and whenever I dip in, I'm like, oh, you know, you get that feeling. It's like this is going to be special. This is going to be special. So
Yeah, but there's something holding you back because I always get those feelings and I trust my instinct. And when I get that feeling, I'm very wary then.
You've got to listen to it. In my experience, you've got to listen to it because whenever you do get one of these feelings, whatever it is, but if it's like someone's going,
yeah.
And if you go ahead with it, 9 times out of 10, something bad happens. And that's how it always,
you
know, regardless of what it is, it's something's, I don't know, something's not right. So again, when hopefully 27, I can jump straight into it and get cracking with it. The other thing is, it's a bit awkward because it's like now, for instance, let's say I wanted to book it now for 27, because prices are stupid at the moment for shipping your own bike. You can't do that. You can't book in advance. You can only book. You can only book of the year that you're traveling. So you can't even plan it for next year. You know, with regards to prices for everyone, or you know, what have you got to save up or blah blah blah. You can only do it. You've got to be prepared to go basically. Whenever, you know, this year kind of thing. So that's the other thing you've got to. Yeah, obviously you can have a rough idea how much it's going to cost.
Yeah.
It's wildly different to what it was when we went in 2016. Wildly different.
Keep us posted about that, will you?
I will do. It was lovely to see yours, by the way, when you did that. Was it last year or was it this year? Last year.
Last year, Route 66. Yeah.
It was lovely to see that.
I'm actually emceeing an event in 2 weeks' time for the same charity because they're going off again next year. I'm not going next year. I just won't have the time. But it's the 100th anniversary of Route 66 next year. So if you're thinking about 66 next year is the year to do it. Mind you, saying that when we did it last year, there were 60 riders who went, and next year there's only, I think, maximum 30 allowed, and it's purely down to the availability of rental Harley Davidsons because they're just booked out from people wanting to.
Oh, because it's a big do.
Of course, and it'll probably be a fortune as well to do it. Actually, on the strength there, Rich, if you don't mind, I'm aware of the time. We've just passed 9 o'clock, and it's a Sunday night. It's a school night.
I can't believe we've been chatting for an hour. By the way,
I know,
we've only talked about you being fingered and about what else? can't really remember anything else.
Packing the drink in and getting fingered. And that's about it. Yeah. On this week's show, I did ask my Patreons during the week to send me a few messages as a quick fire question round.
I've got to jump in. So sorry to butt in. Something very important's just come through on the comments there. Wildbad Gaz is just letting me know that I'm a Celeb is about to start.
So you're off then? Is that you done?
Well, there's a very good reason. Who's in it this time?
Not you.
No. I wish. Yeah, imagine that. I've got to go.
I've got to go. I'm on the other show. Yeah.
Kelly Brook is in it.
Oh yeah, she's fabulous. Yeah. Why did I just put on a really low voice when I mentioned
Kelly Brook?
Oh Jesus, yeah, she's
Yeah.
absolutely fantastic looking lady, isn't she?
Stuff of our dreams.
Yeah, yeah, no.
But anyway,
Can you
sorry,
remember?
I
Can you
digress.
remember on the what was the chat show she did? Oh, it was the Big Breakfast, wasn't it? In the 90s.
Yeah.
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 I mean, she wasn't much good as a presenter, but to look at, she was fantastic.
She's,
Kelly
she's,
Brook.
she's only got better over the years. Anyway, let's move
You
on
know
from
what
this
we've
before
just
it
done now?
starts taking a real.
Everybody's just turned off this this
Yeah,
live
yeah.
this
Quick,
live
we've got to
stream
run
to
see
go
Kelly
and have
Brook.
a look
Yeah.
at Kelly Brook. Once you've had a little look at her, come back here, lads. So, actually, now might be a little good interjection for a quick fire round for my Patreons. I asked them just to send me. Well, I'll tell you what it is. So, it's written by me Patreons. There's no purpose, no prize, and therefore no point other than getting to know a little bit more about you. For anybody watching this who doesn't already know you, there's just a few questions here which came in from my Patreons. And because they're my Patreons, I said, yes, of course, I will absolutely read them out. I forgot to take their names down for the questions, but I'll still read the questions. Last film you saw in the cinema?
How to Train Your Dragon.
You went with Georgia, didn't you?
I did, and you know what? It was bloody brilliant. It was brilliant.
I used to love that when my kids were young, yeah. And it's a bit of escapism. That's the best thing, isn't it?
But it is escapism, but it was brilliant. We both came out of it going, that was amazing. And genuinely, it was amazing.
Was Kelly Brook in it?
No, sadly, no. But I'm dead soft when it comes to, things like that. Emotions or...
We know.
Yeah. Oh, mate,
yeah.
I'll cry at a film, no problem.
Yeah, good man. Favorite band of the moment? That's a good one.
Oh, favorite band? It's got to be Oasis because they're just ripping the whole world up, aren't they?
Yeah, good answer as well.
And yeah.
This is a bit weird. Favorite moment this week? Non-sexual. Favorite moment this week?
Dealing with the clowns on this raffle that I've put up for YouTube.
Oh, you're getting a bit of stick, are you?
Some people just don't get it. But anyway, moving on.
That's for another chat. Favorite, I think this is from the same person. Favorite meal this week? Again, non-sexual.
Favorite meal this week? Oh, we had a Cajun chicken, like a pasta dish. HelloFresh, still using that. Been using it for years, but it was a really nice one. There we go.
Fanciest place you went to the lavatory ever, like the poshest bog, and did you do a number 1 or a number 2? And was it a double shot?
That's a great question. Anyone that knows me knows that I'll number 2 wherever it is. I can't think of the poshest one that I've ever been. No, I can't think. But it's a great question.
It is, yeah. Oh, God.
But I would absolutely force myself if I was to ever be in a super posh one to, you got to enjoy it while you're there, aren't you? So I want to take your time.
It's not just me then. I have to do that, just to leave me mark.
Yeah, sit down.
Me skid mark. It's not just a mark, it's a skid mark. Yeah. Any other hobbies apart from biking and music?
Photography.
Oh, yeah.
Just love photography, yeah. Love
all
things photography, videography.
Yeah.
Just creating really in general, whether it's sitting here with the piano or guitars or, playing gigs. I just love being creative. But yeah, photography is a big one, definitely.
Your must visit place on or off a bike before you die?
Oh, I don't know. I really don't know. There's so many places.
Yeah.
And I've, to be fair, I've been to a couple of the big ones.
We haven't even tapped into it yet.
Yeah, I've been to a couple of the big ones. Bruce Lee's grave, that was a massive moment.
Yeah.
Standing there, and I expected that one was a funny one actually, because I remember we should have gone the night before, but my sat nav packed in, and Graham, one of the guys with us, I asked him if he could lead to the. He had the hotel in and the cemetery in.
Yeah.
And asked him if he could lead us to the cemetery, and he led us straight to the hotel. So now I really that's not my plan. My plans anyway. So I was a bit stressed. Apologise to everyone for being stressed.
Yeah.
But then the next morning, I'm thinking, it's Bruce Lee. Like, there's going to be queues and queues of people. I just hope we can get to see him, you know.
Yeah.
But I know it sounds a bit weird, but yeah, I grew up doing martial arts, done it all my life. I've not done it for a long time now, but, you know, so it was a big part of my childhood and growing up.
Of course.
So when we got to the cemetery, it's quiet, you know, and I'm like, don't know where to go. Anyway, there's a maintenance guy, and I felt terrible. Like, you don't want to be the tourist going, "Hey there, where's which one's the dead guy?" You know what I mean? I felt terrible, and I pulled up and, you know, with my best, you know, British accent. "Oh, hello there," you know, and he says, "Hey, you guys looking for Brucey?" And it was just so cool. And I went, "Yeah, sorry to be that guy, you know, sorry to be the tourist." But he said, "No problem. Go up to take a left, take a right, blah blah blah. You'll see this." And there was no one there at all. Not.
Wow.
I expected it to be like protected, or, you know, have some form of, you know, I don't know, but no one. Yeah, it was just like any normal cemetery, and it's Bruce Lee and Brandon Lee. And that was, I remember riding away from that going,
yeah. Well, yeah, mind blowing.
Yeah,
that's one of those moments. Yeah, that is one of those moments.
Yeah,
I love that. Nelly finished these, by the way. Favorite smell?
Favorite smell? Bread. Cooking bread.
Do you know what it is for me? That's a good one for me, because smells always do it for me. The smell of turf, especially in Connemara.
Oh, fresh.
Yeah,
nice.
You know, when the turf has been burnt in the fires over.
Yes.
The peat. It's a real Irish smell. I absolutely love that smell.
Fresh grass being cut and fresh bread being baked.
Oh, superb. Last one
makes me hungry thinking about it.
I presume, since you're both on a Sunday night chat show, who is your greatest ever chat show host? Good one.
I love Fallon. I do.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Super talented. You know, he's got the voice. He's got, you know, when he does the bits with other celebs and they sing, you know, with singers. He holds his own, no problem at all.
He does.
Great guy.
Very talented.
I love watching that show.
It would have to be Parky, of course, the best ever chat show host. Yeah, Parky was the legend. But I have to say, modern day for me would be Graham Norton. I think Graham Norton is hilarious. I love him.
Yeah.
You know, great crowd. I love tuning in to his show on a Friday night. Now, come here, Rich. Tell me what's happening with the Wild Bad event. Is that happening next year?
Nothing's planned yet, but and it's done me the world of good to have this year off, because it takes so much. Gaz has just said he's waiting for a shower scene. Don't tell me Kelly Brook's in a shower scene already. No, it takes so much out of me to put it on. You know, there's so many things to think of, and everything's got to line up at the right time, whether it's the bands that are on, or the toilets and the showers working, and the marquee coming at the right time. It's just so many things to line up and have in place, and then it doesn't stop obviously until after. And genuinely, I get such an adrenaline dump after the event that it's just like, I can't do that again. Like, so that's why I chose to have this year off.
That's normally when you come to Ireland, isn't it? After that.
Yes, we definitely enjoy Ireland when we come. Definitely.
Yeah.
But all being well, and I've got no illusions of it not happening. It's, you know, it's going to happen, but I've just not jumped into it yet, because there's so many more things I've got going off at the moment. So,
yeah. Your Spanish must be coming on leaps and bounds. Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Yeah.
In fact, I even noticed in some of your videos you're becoming quite fluent.
Well, you know, it's our duty to try, you know, and do the best you can. So
totally agree. I think it's embarrassing when we can't even say please or thank you in a foreign country.
I know. And you know, I want to be able to do it with the best accent. The problem is, because I do it as best I can, when I say something to someone in Spanish, they assume that because I've delivered it so smoothly that I'm fluent. So then they go, blah, 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 I'm like,
yeah. I know.
Like,
Yeah.
mi español is muy poco. You know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I have to shut it down straight away and say, look, I can
Yeah.
do a little, but it's only small. So,
It's funny. I'm going through quite a bit of that at the moment. I really enjoy the Irish language.
oh, fantastic.
And a lot of the shows that I film are in Irish. In fact, the one I was telling you about before, Builders, that's for the Irish
Oh,
channel over here, TG Car.
brilliant. Wow.
So I've made a bit of an effort to learn as much as I can at the moment. The sponge isn't exactly what it used to be, but I'm learning to get by. I can understand as well more than I can speak, but I'd love to go beyond that stage, exactly what you've just mentioned, when I've sort of said, introduced myself, who I am, and nice to meet you, and all that sort of stuff. When people answer back then in Irish. And that's it. But I've learned another phrase, which is Níloch cúpla agam, which means I only have a few words.
Say that again.
Níloch cúpla agam. So it means cúpla is a few words. So Níloch cúpla agam. I only have a few words. So that's the phrase I'm trotting out most at the moment.
But again, it's showing that you're not a complete imbecile and you are. You're
making the effort.
You want to do, you want to. Yeah.
It's exactly that. No, I'm right with you there, man. How many times were you in Spain this year, by the way?
4.
All right.
June, July, September, and October.
Jeez, you made a lot of videos out of that. It seemed like you were there about 15, 20 times or something.
Yeah. And I'm wanting to make something else now. It's kind of my duty to turn those videos out whilst we're there, for the guys that I'm riding with. I also very aware that there's been a lot of them, so I want to do something different. So I've got Morocco coming up in Feb again with a new team.
I was just going to say, what are your plans for next year then?
Yeah, so I've got Morocco in Feb, and then we've got Spain and Portugal, a big one in June.
Yeah,
a big clockwise loop, but pulling in the Garaffi Desert again and all that kind of stuff, and the Bordenas Reales. But yeah, so there's that. Then we've got Picos in July, then a separate Portugal one in September, and Picos again in October. So only 2 Picos next year. But yeah, they're all sold out. So it's fantastic, really. 70, I think, got 75 riders in total all year next year. So it's fantastic, and I adore it. I love creating these memories with people and showing them, what's out there. It's just lovely.
Are you still there?
I'm still here, but your picture's gone.
Yes, it has. So I'm just going to turn my camera off. Well, I'll keep chatting to you until my camera comes back on.
Oh, Gaz has just said, Kelly jumping out a helicopter. At least she has a good airbag.
well, at least she's not in the shower as well.
Someone else has jumped in here. Sharpie 76. English being the common language makes us lazy. You're right there. And I will touch on something here. So when I did the Honda Adventure Roads, this is going off of what you just said there, Sharpie. When I did the Honda Adventure Roads trip, so there were people from all over. So there were loads of different languages. And then loads of English accents as well, because everyone speaks English. And also, I was sitting at a table. I can't remember the guys I was sitting with at the time, but sitting at a table, and they were speaking Portuguese or Spanish, can't remember. And then realised that I was sitting at the table with them, and almost apologised to me, and then all switched into English. And I'm like, no, please don't do that for me. And they said, well, no, that's what we're all brought up to do. If you can speak English and there's an English only speaking at the table, you speak English for a common courtesy. And, I'd just love to be able to do that. I'd love to be able to completely be, fluent in Spanish and give them that utter respect of speaking their language. But sadly, it does. It makes us lazy. So I think it is our duty to at least learn the bare minimum.
Totally agree.
You please, you thank you. Can I have? It just shows that you want to be where you are, and not be like clicking and fetch me this, fetch me that. It's just I don't like to see it. But,
totally agree.
Is your camera packed in?
It looks like the camera might have overheated, so I'm just going on to the camera on the studio monitor. Can you see me there yet?
I cannot see you, no, but I can hear you clear as a.
You can hear me loud and clear, but you can't see me.
Yeah.
Well, I'll carry on chatting anyway. No, I totally get what you're saying there. So ABR, you going to that next year?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll be there all weekend again, as I hope you will.
I will.
And you've also got something. Have you got something to tell us or not?
Well, I have actually. I should be back there now, am I?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, sorry about that. Camera did overheat. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. They did give me some sort of embargo date. Are you speaking at it next year?
Yes.
Well, then you just revealed it first, so I'm allowed to reveal. I'm allowed to reveal it then. See what I did there, Rich?
Yeah, you dropped me straight in it. You led me into the pond there, didn't you?
You completely under the bus there, didn't I? So yeah. So
you got to watch him, folks. Watch him.
Yeah. So yes, I will be warbling away in a tent somewhere next year as well.
And Dave, this time we've said it every year.
What?
You know, we both like a proper sing.
I know.
What we always say we're going to do it every year in that teapot tent.
Yeah, well, we're normally too drunk. Well, the first year we did it, I mean, you were so drunk, your hands were like two mallets on the keyboard.
Could not. It was funny. The funny story there. I was saying to Andy and Carol, TMF and his wife.
Yeah.
I said, "Come on, let's go into the teapot tent and play." And he's like, "You're not going to be able to play." I'm like, "Of course I can. It makes no difference to me. I've probably had 10 pints of Guinness." I said, "It makes no difference to me. I've done it all my life." And the weird thing is, if I start playing and get drunk while I'm playing, I mean, throughout the night, I can play all night. But if I get drunk and then start playing,
yeah, it doesn't happen.
I remember sitting at that piano going, like you say, two mallets on me and don't.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I remember when you were doing that, and I was trying to get myself psyched up to come in and sing a song with you. Some fella who I didn't know from Adam, but he created a lasting memory. He leant over to me and whispered in my ear. He said, "Mate, it doesn't look like you can hold a fart, let alone a tune."
Yeah, that's actually
So it completely knocked my confidence, and that was me done, really.
Yeah. So, we had some good times in that last year, actually. Some good.
Yeah. No, it's always good. Yeah. It's
a good crack in there.
Yeah.
I like it because it's completely real, isn't it? There's no setup. It's just an old piano, a few old guitars. If you can play it, I'll grab one. If you can play it, I'll grab one. Let's just see what happens.
It's just
that's like, you know, especially over in Ireland. That's still.
I was going to say it's very Irish, just like having a session.
You still got the magic over there that we don't have anymore. Our pubs, excuse me, our pubs are. I don't know, they're not like that anymore. Whereas whenever I come to see you or over to Ireland, every pub almost, people are going to listen to live music and have a Guinness, you know. But I love it. I love that, you know, these musicians just turn up, not to play, but they turn up and they okay, can do, whatever. Like, almost as if like it's your duty to do it if you can do it. And I love that. I love that.
It's just amazing. I remember one of my first ever work trips away in Ireland was to a place called Sligo, and
Sligo.
We went to a bar there. I'll never forget it. Called Shoot the Crows, and it's a traditional Irish long bar. And every Wednesday night back then, oh God, we're talking 15, 20 years ago. 20 years ago, yeah. And every Wednesday night back then, members, if they weren't on tour, members of the Van Morrison band went in there. Sharon Shannon, you know who she is. She made famous the song Galway Girl. And the Water Boys, right? So they were all in there on this particular evening, and they didn't have a singer. So I said, I'll get up and sing a few. And I didn't really know who these people were at that stage. Obviously, I'd heard of them, but I had no facial recognition for them or anything. So I got up and sang a couple of numbers. And then the barman came down and said, I'll give you and everybody you're working with, the whole crew, free drinks for the whole night if you carry on. Sing and carry on. And at 5 o'clock the following morning, we were still awake and still drinking. We had to start work at 7. Obviously, that
Brilliant.
didn't happen.
See,
So
that's magic, though, isn't it? That's
mental
pure
crack.
magic.
Yeah, brilliant crack. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I've had some of my best times doing exactly that. So all the years of being semi-pro, playing and getting paid for it.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. You go and set the stage, you do your job, and blah blah blah. But some of my best times and best memories are doing exactly what you just said. Just going into a pub for a drink. Oh, there's a piano. I'll go and sit at it, or a guitar, and before you know it, all the bloody pubs with you, and the landlord saying, "Here, just more drinks. Just keep giving him drinks."
Just amazing.
It's just the best crack when you can do that.
Yeah, I was over in England there recently for 6 weeks working, and it was hilarious. I mean, as I mentioned at the beginning of this, I'm not drinking anymore anyway. But getting back, the shoot we were doing, we weren't getting back to the hotel sometimes until 2 a.m, and the rest of the crew were dying for a beer. Like I say, I was off to bed, so it didn't affect me this time.
Yeah.
And the rest of them dying for a beer. And the thought of, opening up a bar, even in the hotel, to serve somebody, even a resident, a drink, it was never, ever going to happen. And I said, lads, if this was the situation in Ireland, there'd be a riot.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
It just wouldn't happen. Like, I've been in so many places in Ireland where the barman has literally left us the keys and said, just be honest, lads, be honest, pay for what you take, and lock up after you leave.
That's class.
And that still happens, especially over west.
Yeah. And I guarantee 9 times out of 10, those that are left with that power are honest and do pay and leave it exactly how they found it.
It's like having one of those honesty boxes which sell eggs at the end of a country lane.
Yeah.
When you trust somebody to do that, 9 times out of 10, you're always going to do it, and respect that. Okay, I'm very aware of the time, so we're nearly an hour and a half wobbling here, Rich. I've asked you what's on the cards for next year. Come here. Before we go, I'm dying to ask you, because I know your love and your passion for Ireland. What's the favourite road or place that you like to ride in Ireland when you do come over? Have you done the Priest's Leap?
I don't know.
That's the road between.
Whereabouts?
It's between Bantry Bay and Kenmare.
Then yes.
It's unbelievable.
I know those areas. Yeah.
I
couldn't think of its name. I think my favourite, you touched on it earlier, Connemara. I love the Delphi route.
Stop. Yeah.
Linan Hotel.
Linan Hotel. Yeah, that's right. Can you remember that time I was over there with work and I was driving past it and I just took a screenshot out of the car window and sent it to you?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Just to tease you. Yeah.
Yeah. That's. I don't know. There's something special down there.
No. I hear you, man.
I love it. Absolutely love it. I know there's loads of amazing Sleeve League. That's an amazing spot. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I think Connemara's just got something for me. Don't know why, but
yeah. There's a brilliant hotel over there called the Renville Hotel, which has incredible food. It has its own sort of stretch of beach as well, and that's a little treat for me getting over there. Oh, I just love it.
There's one. What's the? Not Cliffs of Moher. There's another one that's not quite as populated or strict in terms of where you can and can't go. What's that called? Can you remember?
What, a hotel?
It's like it's a cliffs. It's a cliffs thing. Not the Cliffs of Moher, but it's
not
similar.
the Cliffs of Moher.
I'll know it if you say it.
It wouldn't be. Well, you touched on the other ones, Sleeve League.
No, it's not that one.
And it's definitely cliffs, like.
Yeah,
it's not. It's not up Achill Island.
No, but that's another one, Achill Island.
Yeah,
oh
Achill
my
Island's
God,
amazing.
That is beautiful.
It's stunning.
Absolutely beautiful. Yeah. Oh no, what is it?
I don't know.
Cliffs like.
It's not the Kilkee.
Yes,
Kilkee.
Kilkee.
Yeah,
yes, that's it.
Absolutely amazing there.
Kilkee Cliffs. That's the one.
They've got something down on the beach there called pollock holes, which are holes in the rock. So when the sea goes out, it
Oh.
leaves the water in the holes, and people can just go and bathe in these, what they're called, the pollock holes. It's just the most amazing thing to see. Obviously, when the tide comes in, you have to get the fuck out of there, you know.
Yeah.
but I was shooting a TV series all about people who sea swim. We spent a year shooting this all around Ireland, people who went sea swimming, and I was so envious of this because I've never sea swam in my life. I'm not really a great swimmer, but God, I could see so much what people were taking out of this. So anyway, once we'd finished this series, I took my family to the Pollock Holes in Kilkee, and there we were, all in these natural rock formations, you know, bathing in the water and everything. Oh, geez, it was absolutely brilliant. Incidentally, when I was shooting that series, that's how long ago it was. I was using GoPro, and a lot of the people we filmed for that series were people nearing the end of life, cancer, cancer patients, and everything. And I lost all of the bloody footage because I was GoPro underwater.
I think we've spoken about this before,
right? Okay.
And you were saying how disappointed you were about the.
But that's
an
what finished me.
Shoot.
Yeah, that's what. Obviously, you can't ask people like that who've got weeks, months left in life to do that again.
After the fact, it's useless.
So that finished GoPro for me. What camera are you using on your bikes these days?
Ace Pro 2, Ace Pro for the Ace Pro on the front of the bike, Ace Pro 2 on the helmet.
Yeah. Did you see Insta brought out a camera there last week with a printer? You can now print out little sort of like, you know, what did like the Kodak things, you know, like the Instamatic things. It's a bit of a gimmick, if I'm honest, right?
Okay.
But you can attach, you can attach the little printer to the Insta camera and print out. So I don't know why you're hardly going to do that when you're motovlogging.
Yeah, no.
Here's a shot of the Kilkee Cliffs. I'll just print it out and send it home. But it is a nice little gimmick.
I've also got the I bought the little
it's brilliant. It's brilliant.
Osmo 360.
Yeah. It's I had a few problems with it at the start, but no, it's a cracking camera. Do you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 360s, I know they're hard to get your head around when you first start, but they are bloody brilliant, aren't they?
Yeah. They run, but I've said it so many times, and I'll say it again now. You know, 10 years ago, can you imagine trying to get shots like we get now with the 360 cameras on a motorbike? Like it's Hollywood stuff, you know.
Yeah. We're so lucky.
I know the technology is brilliant, and whilst I know to many I might seem like a GoPro basher, we can't forget it was them who introduced those small cameras into the world. You know, without them, I'd still be wearing cameras gaffer taped onto my helmet.
Yeah.
You know,
I remember. Do you remember the first one you tried? Not the first GoPro, but the first camera to make it work.
Yeah, I do.
I remember my first one. I couldn't afford to buy a GoPro. You know, this is what everyone's talking about. So I'm like, I got like this. I think it was a Kodak. Like, it's supposed to be like a handheld thing, and I got it inside my lid. Like, I mean, it was terrible. It was, you know, the top of it was like there, so you'd only see my eyes over the top of it. And I'm like, I'll be able to do this. I don't need a GoPro. And it was terrible. Oh God, yeah. I went through quite a few little, you know, learning curves, let's say, before I put my hand in my pocket and actually spent some money on buying proper cameras.
Yeah. Well, there's another one released next week. DJI are bringing out the Osmo Action 6 this week coming.
Are they?
Yeah. I mean,
any leaks on anything about it?
Yeah. So they've released the camera already in China within the last few days. So it's all out there on YouTube. Variable aperture. I don't know. I've got to look into the specs.
Do you need a variable aperture on a camera that small?
Doing what we do, no. You know, but for other uses, then certainly.
That's the thing, though, Dave. Like, how you just said yourself how good these cameras are now. How much better can it get for what we do?
I know, but
it's almost perfect as it is. So how can it get?
Yeah,
what can they come up with?
Yeah, you're dead right. You know,
you've got your horizon level in, so you're pretty much floating now. You know, you look back at some of the old footage where before we had any kind of stabilization, it's horrible. The whole picture's like it's horrible,
and we still thought it was amazing.
Yeah, still thought it was good.
Yeah, I
It's
tell you what,
terrible.
Insta360 are bringing out as well. They're bringing out in January a 360 drone. So what I think it's mainly going to be for sort of filming insides of buildings, so you can fly it around the house and look like it's. I mean, you can with the software like 360 just look anywhere. It'll be brilliant for sort of. It'll almost be like VR. I'd say virtual reality.
Yeah.
You know.
Interesting to see that. Interesting to see that.
But I love this time of year with all the latest gadgets and everything coming out. Do you know, I've been in touch so many times with DJI to say, listen, I know I've sold hundreds of your cameras. Any chance of an affiliate link or something, you know, it just is some sort of kickback.
But no luck.
No, but as soon as I started, because I had massive problems with the 360, which you've just shown there, the DJI 360, I had big problems with the wireless audio into that camera, apart from the lens misting up as well at the beginning. I have to say it hasn't happened since, which I'm delighted about. But DJI got straight on to me and said, listen, you're not doing this right, and you've got these settings wrong within its subcategory in the menu system of the camera, which I didn't even know.
Right.
Bit of a firmware fault there. I'm sure they'll address that with an upgrade. But they told me what was wrong, and so I followed the things they told me and fixed it straight away. So I must do a video and explain to everybody, actually, like an updated video. Like I say, I've been away for the last 6 weeks, so all my videos were shot 6 or 7 weeks ago, you know. I only released my latest updated video first, sort of back on track video at the weekend. In fact, talking of back on track, it's about maybe it's time we should leave the track, Rich. It's 20 to 10, my friend. Like I said about an hour ago, I'm aware it's a school night. So we'll probably sign off unless we'll have a quick little look down the comments if there's anything else anybody want to know. Is there anything you want to plug or ask me about, Rich? Or I think we've had a good little chat there.
We've had a good old chat, mate, and it's been lovely to talk to you. Been lovely to catch up. Again, I've missed, like I said, I've missed you, mate, and I've definitely missed Ireland this year. So.
Well, we'll make it happen next year. Bruce was also talking about getting over. The last time I spoke to Bruce on one of these type of things, I told him about something. One of my favourite meals in the west of Ireland. It's in a pub restaurant over in Galway, what's that? Is it McSwiggan's, the name of the place? They do the most incredible ribeye steak with parmesan and truffle cooked chips.
Oh,
I cannot tell you the flavor of this. It's the best steak I've ever had, and with parmesan fries, 3 times cooked in truffle oil. It's like, in fact, I go as far as to say it would be my death row meal now. So it's an incredible.
That's a good question. That's a good question to ask.
So when I told Bruce about this, the last time I was chatting to him on a live thing, he said, "Right, I'm coming over to Ireland just on the strength of that."
just to have.
Oh, there he is! Look, there he is. He's still watching. I'll still take you up on that pub steak, Dave. It's happening.
The thing is, though, imagine we come over there on the strength of this, all for that meal, and it's bad.
Do you know what? That would be on my head. That would be bloody awful, yeah. But I tell you what I can do. If you are serious about coming over, I shall go and do a bit of research the week beforehand, and I'll have that very meal the week beforehand, and I'll tell them that we've got some VIPs coming in the following week.
I'm salivating.
I know you're hungry now, aren't you? You're hungry now, yeah.
Hey, you can't beat a proper steak, can you?
Oh,
listen, a steak properly cooked.
Yeah, stop it. Richie, thanks a million, my man. Great to see you. Yeah,
it's been lovely to chat.
Absolutely brilliant to see you, and thank you for. That was my first ever hosting of a live event. 1 hour 40 minutes into it, I think.
Brilliant.
Apart from my camera overheating, so.
It's bizarre though, isn't it? A couple of mates getting together and talking absolute nonsense for almost 2 hours. It goes just like that. Yeah. When I've done it with Bruce before in the past, past years, it's like What? How have we been talking that long? What the hell have we been talking about? You know,
Yeah, yeah,
I know
yeah.
a lot of those ones were steak can never be bad, Dickie. Oh yes,
Yeah.
it can. Yes, it can. If you go to one of those normal pubs that do steak, that's
Oh,
not
I
steak.
know. Yeah. Or
Yeah,
hotel steaks are the worst, aren't they? Where they
yeah. But
charge you for 40
when you
quid
get
for
a steak
like
just right though, oh my God, it's just
no.
like you put it
Yeah,
in. Oh,
I know. It's fabulous. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I thought you were
Uh,
making those noises just thinking about Kelly Brook again.
oh yes, I forgot this. I knew there was something else to look forward to.
Now, there's the difference. There's the difference between you and I. You're going off to watch Kelly Brook. I'm going off to watch Bob Mortimer and Paul Whitehouse on Gone Fishing.
Ah, brilliant,
You know,
brilliant.
just when we thought we were brothers.
Yeah. But
Come
yes,
here.
there's
Thanks so much for breaking my live virginity on YouTube. Now, there's another deep, dark corner of the interweb you wish you'd never been told about.
I forced you to tell the world that you'd been fingered last week.
Imagine that. Yeah.
Amazing.
I can't even see how many people have been watching. So, with moments like that, I hope there was only a few. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great to see you, Rich.
And you, buddy.
And can I say, just before we sign off, thank you so much to everybody tuning in, all your questions and coming along for the crack, as they say here in Live from Ireland. You have been watching Really Good TV and Mr. Wildbad himself, Richy Vida.
Thank you
Thanks
very
so
much,
much,
everybody.
everybody.
Thank you, Dave.
Ride safe, and sure, we'll chat soon. All the
We'll see you
best.
soon.
Still there?